forces the fumble. Big play for this defense.
Plenty of time left in the half here as they take over, but they will want to be efficient here in the final 2 minutes. He'll start this drive firing. Ball into the end zone, and it's intercepted. Trying to take it back. And a big return after the INT sets up the offense for this possession.
And he makes a play in the back end. Nice job reading the pass, and that's his second of the season. This guy, unbelievable job seeing the quarterback, breaking on the quarterback, and going and getting that big play.
They'll crank up this drive from the 30-yard line. Looking downfield on first down. He'll pull it down and run across the 45. Great job by this savvy senior to know when he just needs to move the sticks with his feet.
Well, I think you're starting to see some examples of why this guy is inexperienced in a freshman quarterback, right? Obviously, he's thrown a couple picks earlier in the game. That scramble right there, he's got to get down. He's got to take care of himself and slide. Great job, nice athleticism, good decision to take off scrambling and help his offense, but you really are seeing his inexperience shine through here in this game.
Looking downfield, it's Drones. Sets up the screen. Turning it on. They make the stop, but a good pickup there on first down.
I'll tell you what, if you want to be overzealous and you want to be a blitzer all the time, I like running the screen right behind him. Did a great job throwing the screen. Almost broke this one for a long game, but it just keeps the defense a little bit more honest.
Just too much of a rush, and down goes the quarterback just behind the midfield stripe at the 49. Now a lot of work to do to move the chains, keep this drive alive after that earlier sack. On 3rd and long, he's going to have to throw for it. Finds his big tight end. That's not quite going to be enough as they stop him 4 yards short of the marker.
Man, wow, what a catch by the big fella. And when he's not open, he's open. So nice to have a big target that can make those type of catches. I imagine he'll keep throwing him the football.
They're going to send out the field goal unit, and that kicker will have to launch a rocket. The Hokies will punt it away on 4th down. This will be the second time they've had to kick it away.
Man, college football is crazy. It looks like he's about to go score on this punt return. Instead, getting down inside the 10-yard line, he coughs it up. That is a play that could very well define this game.
And now a chance not only to cut into the lead, but play it just right. And the defense makes a play, sacking him back at the 10. We got a timeout here late in the first half, and they'll try to get more points on the board before the break. Defense rolls up deep in its own end on that last play. Now a 2nd and long coming. To the air, it's Drones. Lets it fly. Touchdown, Virginia Tech. Grab the short pass to put the 6 on the board.
And the offense had to have a drive. They had to put points on the board. 0 points until this drive. Down in this ball game. Needed to get some momentum. Gonna need a lot more in the second half if they want to win this football game.
And they pick up the extra point. Kicker knocked it right down the middle. And before they can kick it, the receiving team's going to call a timeout. They're coming out to tee it up for the kickoff, and that last score was a real buzzkill for this crowd. Not going to give him a chance to make a play as they boot that thing through the end zone. We thought we'd see a little wildcat formation in this spot, and here it is. Gets the back moving. On the snap, it's Reed. And here's a fumble way behind the line. Defense falls on the ball. Going to be a turnover. And the ball goes out of bounds. They'll keep possession, but boy, they have to deal with a huge loss on that one. The Panthers trying to find their way forward after the big loss on the last play. Now the play fake. Hit as he throws. Can't make the connection. The pressure there caused the missed timing.
He didn't have a whole lot of time to get rid of that one. The defense was all over him right after the snap. No wonder that thing fell incomplete.
And the Panthers are way behind the sticks on this 3rd and forever. Scanning the field, it's Holstein. He hurls one deep down the left side. He's got it on the outside. They're finally able to haul him down in midfield. The offense burns his 3rd and final timeout of the half. Time dwindling away as they try to put points on the board right before the half. Off the play fake on 1st down to throw. He'll take another shot here. And he throws his 3rd pick of the day. His head has to be spinning. And they make the play and make sure there's not any scoring opportunity right here before the end of the half.
I'll tell you something, in college football, you're lucky if you get 2 interceptions in a season. This guy now has 2 interceptions. In the first half of this game, he's been reading the quarterback's eyes, and he has been everywhere, an absolute ball hawk.
On the run, deep down the right side. And he is finding wide open defenders all over the field. His 3rd interception of the day. And he's dragged down after the interception, and that's how we'll close out the first half. We played 2 quarters here. Time to go to Kevin Connors in our halftime update. Pitt will try to boom this thing deep to start the second half. No shot at a return. It's out of the end zone, and it'll be a touchback. The drive starts from their own 25-yard line. Back to pass, it's Drones. Fires to the wideout. Another interception. That's his 4th of the day. He was thinking big return, didn't get that, but boy, did he give his offense an opportunity at the 31.
Man, it's so frustrating as a coach because you go into half and you're like, listen, this is what they've been doing. This is what we're getting. Let's go out and execute. And what do? First drive, you throw an interception, you turn the field position to the other side, create momentum immediately. This is an absolute disaster to start the second half.
And there was nowhere to go, just stopped in his tracks in the backfield.
Well, the defense was trailing going in at halftime, and I think they made some adjustments against the run. They want to slow this guy down. That's a really nice start to the second half if you're on defense.
They're dealing with a 2nd and long. Here we go. Laterals it back. Here's a heat. Just tried to ease it out there, and it falls incomplete.
Really good defense. You know, you're trying to stay as close as you can to all these targets, and most importantly, those open field tackles and getting them on the ground as soon as they catch it. That's a major deal for defenses, and that was a good example there of it.
And, guys, they really need to make something happen on this 3rd and long. From the gun, wants to pass. Throws toward the end zone. And that'll be incomplete. They certainly weren't afraid to take a shot there, and now it's 4th down.
Well, this is a disappointing drive for the offense, considering where this drive started, in their opponent territory. Now you're 4th and long. You've got to be better throwing the football in those types of situations.
Oh, and he missed it. No good. Lead is still at double digits, but missed a chance to make it bigger. First snap of this drive comes from the 32.
And sometimes I just feel like 4th down, man. Just go for it every time. Like the field goal miss-make rate. And listen, kickers have improved the last couple of years, but...
Oh, he's got some space. Taken out of bounds after a good pickup there. They're in striking distance at the 37. And the Hokies come to the line after ripping off that huge gain on the ground, trying to keep it going. Back to throw, it's Drones. He's got an open man. And he picks up the first down, but he will remember the price he paid after that hit. Inside the 25, they'll snap it from the 24, first down. They'll ride the running back and leave it with him. Really good running, gets it into the red zone, and they'll have it at the 16.
Listen, you got to be able to know what play to call and what hole to go through. Like the line blocks for a certain hole. Good job getting through the hole, getting what was blocked, getting a nice positive gain, making your situation really good on the next down.
From the red zone, it's Stewart. He stopped at the 14-yard line, and they'll stay on the attack from there.
And I think this has probably been the most surprising thing of this game so far. This guy's one of the best running backs in the entire country. They just can't get him going. He's never been able to get into a rhythm.
And here comes the heat, and they get home, and they get him at the 21.
This quarterback is thinking to himself, I need to get an NIL deal at some restaurant so I can take my offensive line out and feed them more, because I don't think they like me very much right now. I've been sacked 6.
And he feels the heat coming, and it burns him up. Another sack.
The defense has been so dominant up front. You've seen it in these passing situations. That now, the 7th sack of the game.
Give to the running back. He cannot get there. It'll be 4th down.
And sticking to the run. I'll tell you what, a lot of teams that are really good are really stubborn, and they continue to run the football even with little success. So this offense is going to continue to focus on running the football, you can tell.
He just barely got enough of that one and just barely kept it straight enough, too. They're back to within a touchdown. 17-10 is the score. They were able to get a field goal on the board, and now they'll kick it away. And he takes this from inside the 5. And they'll haul down the returner to start us on the next drive. First snap of this drive will come from inside the 15 at their own 14-yard line. From the shotgun, they'll run it. Works his way into the traffic and picks up 3 to the 17.
And that run really didn't go anywhere. And a lot of times we don't focus on it enough, but how important those 5 guys are up front. To get on those defensive linemen, to try to move them out of the way, to get a run game going, it squarely falls on the shoulder of those 5 offensive linemen.
Back in motion, try to clear the picture. Quarterback, quick pass to the receiver. Oh, and he's going backwards. Defense not fooled at all by the Wildcat.
You got to fight fire with fire. You got to fight speed with speed. There's a receiver with the ball out in the open field trying to get the corner, but a cornerback with the same type of speed and athleticism able to make the tackle. Nice job.
Nobody falling for the tomfoolery, the chicanery, and it'll be 4th down.
Well, give the defense credit there. They took all the quarterback's options downfield away, forced him to check it down, rallied to the football, and now they've set up 4th.
They kick it away on 4th down. He'll field the punt and try to get some yardage. He's brought down, but a really solid effort to pick up every bit of yardage he could on the punt return. And Virginia Tech sends the offense onto the field. Guys, that last trip a little disappointing having to take the 3.
Yeah, and I think, Jesse, you see so many offenses talk about
Pressure is effective from the defense. They knock him down just behind the midfield stripe at the 48. The Hokies have put themselves in dire straits after that last play. It's 2nd and a mile. Trying play action. Here's the pressure. And the defense gets loose, bringing the heat, and down he goes again. Now a lot of work to do to move the chains, keep this drive alive after that earlier sack. On 3rd and long, you'll have to turn it loose deep. And that's incomplete. A defender all over him. Knocked the ball to the ground. 4th down coming up. And the Hokies will try to pin them back with the punt. Doesn't say much for your drive when you're looking forward to the punt. Wouldn't call it a shank, but I don't think he'll include it on his greatest hits. Not able to pop the big return, but they've got the ball back and ready to go with a fresh possession. They'll start this drive and snap it from the 40. The give to Davis. Makes his man miss. Really good job by everybody there. Well blocked, good run, and a 1st down.
Wow, the running back there showing you his skill set as he's able to rip off that one for a 1st down.
This offense lining up now at the 48-yard line on 1st and 10.
Let's go!
They're going to ride this running back. This junior making his presence felt and making the stop after a short gain.
At the 44-yard line. Brings up 2nd down.
Solid pickup of 4 on 1st down. It's 2nd and 6. To the ground with the back. Makes it past the marker. Breaks into the open. Ripping off a good chunk inside the 25, and they're set up with a 1st down.
This shouldn't be a surprise to anybody. If you've got the lead in the 3rd quarter and you want to keep it, you got to bleed the clock. Best way to do that, run the football. And you're now seeing this offense call these run plays back to back. They are trying to be physical, and they're trying to stay on the field.
Pittsburgh going to work with a fresh set of downs. Running back searching for a hole. That is a big win for this defense as they were right there as soon as he got the ball.
And you're seeing on both sides really hard to run the football in this one. You've got to give both of these defenses tons of credit. They are so physical up front. These defensive lines can take the game over, and right now it's tough sledding on the ground.
One more period to go to see who can make the winning plays and come home with the victory.
Virginia Tech, 10.
It'll be 2nd down as we open the final stanza.
Here we go.
They'll switch it up here and look to throw. Nowhere close on that one as he got drilled trying to deliver the football, and now they face 3rd down.
And finally, the defense is able to get some pressure on this quarterback. They had been trying all game long different ways to affect him. Weren't able to get there. But on that play, because of the pressure, it affected his accuracy. That's why the ball falls incomplete.
On 3rd and long, he'll need to loosen up that arm. Oh, they really could have used that catch there. Physical pass defense. It brings up a 4th down. So here we are on 4th down, and this field goal kicker is going to face. They put on the heat, and they blocked it. He's going to scoop it up.
Oh, and the defense needed that, right? If that field goal gets made here in the 2nd half, all of a sudden it's a 2-possession game. But by getting the block, they keep this thing really close. Let's see how their offense can respond.
Opening snap of this drive comes from the 31-yard line. Out of the gun, the running back has it. Not much to show for it. This defense has kept them bottled up all day. Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. After getting knocked back to open this drive, it's 2nd and 12. Looking to throw, it's Drones. And it'll be incomplete. This is some physical pass defense.
This defense has a lot of speed, especially in the secondary, and you saw that speed. That defender got to that receiver so quick, and because of the hit, incomplete pass.
The Hokies are in a mess here on 3rd and a mile. From the gun, wants to pass. On the run, fires downfield. Another incompletion on 3rd down.
That's why it's so important for this defense to win 1st and 2nd down. You set up 3rd and longs like that, you can show your exotic looks, you can get the pass rush going, everybody on the back end expecting throw, and that's how you force incompletions and force 4th downs.
That nifty return sets up the offense and negates some of the yardage on the punt. So they come to the line, and the Wildcat going to give them a different look. Back has it. Bringing the heat. The Panthers now with a long way to go to pick up the 1st down. Caught in the backfield. It's Lee. And the defense settled in to stop that one for a short gain.
This quarterback right now is in a groove, and he's doing a nice job in pre-snap. He's reading the coverage, and he's getting an idea of where he wants to go with the football. That's why the ball's coming out of his hands so quickly, and that's why he seems like he's in a great rhythm right now.
On 3rd and long, a check down would be the last resort. It's caught downfield. And he'll ramble to the 34 before he's finally knocked down.
Well, I think on that play you saw why this guy's such a big weapon in this offense. At receiver, he does such a nice job with his routes. He's patient, and he's consistent, and he's got good hands. You don't see him put a lot of balls on the ground. Nice job there picking up the 1st down.
And he's brought down after a nice gain.
You see a lot of offenses late in the football game with a lead get conservative. I like they didn't. Like, they trusted the passing game. You're going to get looks that you know what they are. Defense has to be aggressive. You know, they have to be aggressive because they're down. They've got to get to the quarterback. They've got to get stops. Nice job throwing the football, though.
Well, they're just trying to run the ball, but that time there was absolutely nowhere for the running back to go, and as a result, that's a tackle for loss.
Got some work to do on 2nd down after that last one. They need 13. Motion from the back. Looking for a man. It's Holstein. Floats it out in space. Makes a man miss. He steps out of bounds right at the 15-yard line.
I love an offense that wants to stay aggressive. Even when you've got the lead late in a game like this, right, you still try to find your playmakers and get them the ball in space, and that is exactly what this offense is doing.
Pitt now operating in the red zone. They'll snap it from the gun on 3rd down. Escapes the sack. Gets it all the way down to the 2-yard line. He was fighting for that end zone.
Well, I'll tell you, he picked a good time to have his longest run of the day. Really nice job there, feeling the pressure, buying himself some time, and then taking off and getting north. He's just so gifted when he's in the open field. That's going to really give a jolt to his offense.
Man, what a great job by the defense. Seeing the bubble, reacting to it right now. And what do you got to do? You got to make open field tackles when that bubble gets there. Nice job by the defense.
Can the D deny them on 2nd and goal? He'll do it himself. And they stop him again for no gain, and it will be 3rd down.
It doesn't matter what run play you have called, if you're running it inside or outside. If the defense gets penetration, everything is done. And you saw it on that play right there. Great job by the D.
And after that stop from the defense, they're still on the 2, and now it's 3rd down. 2 wins in a row.
And man, a lot of times late in games, you see offenses, they get very conservative, very predictable, and then they leave it in the hands of their defense. I like this execution, man. The offense continues to do what they do, and they take the 2-score lead in the fourth quarter, everything going in their direction.
And for a quick update, let's go to Kevin Connors in the studio.
Fellas, rivalry game in the SEC. Of course, that's almost redundant in that league, but check this out. Texas pulled out the victory on a day they clearly did not have their best. And that's a testament to those players there in Austin. That winning gene, I really believe it's a thing. Always interesting to see good SEC teams collide, and today was no different. The agony and ecstasy of college football, fellas.
Yeah, how about that? Sounds as if they had a good ball game. There he goes. Defender miss. And the tackle was made, but not before. That completion gets him 30-plus.
And they executed that running back screen to perfection. Quarterback held on to it. He let the rush get to him. Offensive lineman got out in position, and the running back sold it too. Once he had the ball in his hands, he just had blockers and green field out in front of him. They pick up an explosive play on a running back screen.
Hit hard as he released the ball on that first down pass, and it never had a chance. What will they dial up on second and a long way to go? Wants to throw. It's Drones. Snagged in the end zone. Touchdown, Hokies.
Really nice job by the quarterback there of just letting the play develop. He had his eyes down the middle of the field, and I think when he saw that deep middle area vacated, he said to himself, I've got a guy running right into that area. I'm throwing this thing on time, and this is going to be a touchdown, and that's exactly what happened.
And the extra point is good as they close to within a touchdown, 24-17. They're getting set to kick it away, and that last score took a little oomph out of this crowd. This will not be returnable as it sails out of the back of the end zone. This one in play, first snap of the drive from the 25. They keep it on the ground. Clock is their friend. Not much doing there. He gets it to the 26, a gain of 1. Defense uses a timeout quickly, trying to get that ball back and preserve time for their offense. Didn't get much on first down. It's 2nd and 9. They'll try the run. Jukes his way for more. Picks up the first down, still moving. Really good job to pick up a chunk of yardage and get it out to the 39-yard line. Let's see if they can put the defense on its heels on 1st and 10. The clock winds down to the 2-minute timeout, and this offense will try to drain away the time and secure the victory. They'll snap it from the 39, 1st and 10. Tight end in motion, see how the D reacts. One running back in the backfield, and he has it.
And, man, the big fellas up front, they don't get a lot of credit. They don't get talked about a lot unless it's negative, but they're the big component, man. They've got to get some push, to get some running lanes, get this running game going. They're the ones that make it go.
At this point, the defense has little choice but to sell out to stop the run on 2nd and 7. Sends it back in motion. The give to the tailback. This freshman makes the stop after a short gain. Quick timeout called by the defense, stopping the clock to save as much time as possible for their offense. This defense will try to force a 4th down on 3rd and short from the 45. Grab behind the line. It's Johnson. He's got enough for the first down, and that ought to be enough to put them in victory formation for the rest of this one. And the Panthers come to the line with a new set of downs. He'll try the left side. Got room to work. Turning it on. Touchdown, Pitt. He broke away from the defense, and they couldn't catch him. They built a comfortable lead and trying to hang on for a Week 13 victory.
And it was so important for the offense to come up with a touchdown there and not kick a field goal. You're trying to put this thing out of reach. And that touchdown puts so much pressure on their opponent now with less than 2 minutes to go.
PAT unit on the field. And the extra point is true, and they have a 2-touchdown lead, up 14 in the fourth. Kickoff unit on the field, and this defense will be called on to protect this lead. He'll start the return inside his 5. And good work by the coverage team to get the return man down on the ground. Good news, I guess, a lot of room to work with as they start this drive from their own 15. Looking to throw, it's Drones. Hit hard just as he released it on first down and just couldn't get it to the receiver. Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. Behind the chains now on 2nd and long. Couldn't connect on first down, now back to the air. And the incomplete pass taking a shot on 2nd down, and they'll be left with a 3rd down. Trying to pick up a first down. On 3rd and long, trying to have a big completion here. Defense covering it up and not letting the offense get it back. It's a turnover.
Great job by the defense ending this ball game. Don't give them any life. Great job forcing the fumble. You already got the lead. You take the ball back with a little bit of time. Nail meet coffin.
To have any chance in the world, this defense has to come up with a stop on 1st and goal. They'll move the wide receiver. Going for 6. Touchdown, Pittsburgh! Quick strike through the air for the score.
And how about it? Everyone getting involved, getting the big tight end involved. This offense has done an unbelievable job scoring points. This defense has had no answers. Just keep it rolling, offense.
Up for the PAT. And the extra point splits the uprights, and they're up a full 3 touchdowns, a 21-point cushion in the fourth. Kickoff unit back to work, and they have been busy as they've built this sizable lead. He'll bring it back from inside his 5. Really disciplined job by the coverage unit to get down there and make the stop at the 19. So they start this drive from inside their own 20 at the 19-yard line. Gonna run it. It's Overton.
It's definitely too early to panic, but there's some bad feelings going on for this offense right now. You're way down on the scoreboard. I know we're still in the first half, but after that last play, it's pretty obvious. You can't run the ball. You're becoming a one-dimensional offense at a time when you need to be able to score some points. So either get it done through the air or you've got to be more physical up front.
After the 2nd down misfire, looking at a 3rd and 8. Here comes the heat. Quickly out on the screen to the wide receiver. He couldn't find anywhere to go, and now it's 4th down.
And man, that is not the 3rd down execution you want. Trying to get it to a playmaker so he can make plays. He gets nowhere, actually loses yards, and brings up a 4th down now.
Guys, this is a really good win for this ball club as they put together consecutive victories.
And in this season, that's what you got to do. You got to put together good weeks, build on each other, build that momentum, continue to grow as the season goes on.
Yeah, David, it's all about building confidence, and it's really important for these players to go out, work hard in practice, and see that hard work really pay itself off on game day. This is a team that's really starting to believe in itself.
Thanks so much for spending some time with us. For David Pollack and Jesse Palmer, I'm Reese Davis, and this has been another presentation of EA Sports College Football.